Hello everyone, I'm Xiaogang. Okay, in this lesson, we will mainly guide you through creating a project. Actually, Xiaogang himself has also talked a lot about Lyra and GAS. If you're interested, you can take a look. Generally speaking, my most recent updates are more accurate. Earlier videos may have some issues here and there, which is quite normal. See, here we click on a video and we'll wait for it to load. Actually here, we have some examples and tutorials in the official documentation. It also has information about our game example, a Lyra. Actually, in our ancient Three Valleys, there is also gas, but we'll just briefly let you know about it. Then inside here, it will introduce some of the settings in detail. This is also completely fine. Everyone can play around and learn. Then we, in this place, we also, in this place, have done some interpretation of related documents. For this GS, if you have time, you can also take a look. There is no problem. But for now, the main priority is to finish studying this chapter. That is the most important thing. Okay. Then, after a brief review here, we won't be needing these things for now. We just erased it. Then first of all, we still need to find our Unreal Engine. We must use Unreal Engine to do it, to avoid some other issues. Okay, we'll just launch our Unreal Engine here. Okay, then after launching, we'll bring up our Unreal Engine first. We'll close all these here. Sometimes your Unreal Engine might have some problems. You can do it here, especially when you switch between debug and development. It might have some issues. You can click here to select something like rebuild or clean. It will clear up some conflicting items. This might fix it for you. This is quite helpful for that issue. Okay, so next, let's wait for the editor to start up. Okay, it seems we have a bit of a problem here. I think I accidentally used the development editor. Now it needs to recompile here. I should use this one. That way it won't cause a recompile. Because I might have compiled this version before. Now let's launch it again. Let's see if there's an issue here. Wait a moment. Okay, the previous issue might be because some files were occupied. We just need to restart it and it will be fine. Okay, we have successfully opened it here. We won't start from the very beginning. We still prefer to have a template at the start. That way we can have something to work with. We'll just use this threader person. Then we will take this project and put it here. Just put it here for everyone. Let's change the name here. Call it XGRPG. Okay, we'll put it here. The name is XGRPG. Okay, then we have a C++ project. And we don't need to include the beginner's package. Okay. Just to keep the default settings here. Let's create it. Okay, we have successfully created it here. Then let's close the Unreal Engine 5 editor. Then here, we select Debug Editor. This way, it's easier for us to see some unoptimized information. And it's also convenient for us to set breakpoints at the source code level. Then let's launch it now. If you are launching it for the first time, maybe it also needs to compile some things. As for this project structure, everyone should be very familiar with it, right? Then we'll wait a moment. We need to create a few basic files. Let's first ensure our project can start normally. Okay, we have successfully created it here. Now let's start it up. There are no issues. The reason it doesn't have this material is actually that it still needs some compiling. Look at the top left corner. Once it finishes compiling, there won't be any problems. The top left and bottom right corners, right? You can see. Then, before we continue working, let's do some simple processing. We are preparing a folder. Let's just call it 32s because these are some raw assets. We'll put a resource in here. We'll move all these assets into it. Okay. This will prompt you. It might have some things that need processing. Wow, we'll just let it handle it. This ancient trap and model, we won't be using them for now. We will use some free models from the Unreal Marketplace. because those models come with some particle effects and animation effects. That way we don't need to prepare external resources ourselves. Okay, let's wait for it to finish moving this thing. Okay, it's basically moved. This is a prompt. If you move some assets like this asset cause its soft references or some any configuration loading to fail. So it prompts you. It should mainly prompt about IIE here. We just click OK. We'll move it in. After moving it in, we need to do this. We'll fix it here. Redirectors. After finishing, we move it again. This way, we can take care of the remaining 2 files and get rid of all of them. We'll fix it again. In this course, we will try to speak a bit slower for everyone. Speak slower and explain things in more detail because we haven't yet guided everyone through making a relatively complete case or project. So that's why we are speaking slower, because earlier it might have sounded more like a dictionary, but we have to finish explaining that dictionary first before we can teach you the case studies. Okay, so reaching project DO113 here. Here, this map is missing. Right? We can reassign this map here because we just loaded the file. The map was lost. Then we create a new XRPG here. We'll place our own blueprint here to make it easier for us to manage. Then we prepare a map here, okay? Then we create a new map here. Create a new map. We just need a basic map. Then we put it in our folder here. We'll call it L. We'll just call it taste map. Good. After coming here, we are in Watering City. We can let it specify. Use our this way, it will generate a default character. This is okay. Okay, let's change it back. Okay, so basically such a project is fine. And actually the most important point, we can also change it in the place. We take our server map, change it to this, change it to this server map. Then everyone can do it here to create a package. And then follow the method from the previous chapter that we explained from the chapter before that for multi-year game testing to build out this server and then use the client to connect because we need to ensure that this step is all okay. We needed to ensure the original project must compile successfully at every step must be passed and executable after packaging. Then every time we finish packaging all as one version. This way, if our current work, this version has issues, we can still roll back. Then, through this comparison and elimination method, we can identify which version has the problem. Basically every week or every day. This way, when you are working, there will be a dedicated build machine to build. Okay, then we will stop here for this lesson. Okay.